It's Sunday, August 21st, and we want to know, just how infinite will this crisis be? All this and more on this week's episode of DCR.
This day, we rescue a world from mysticism and tyranny, and usher in a future brighter than anything we can imagine.
Up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's
The Strike Citizens Radio.
Hey everybody and welcome back to another episode of the DCR. I am your host, Sean Lamont. I am not extraordinary in any means necessary.
That's not even how those words work together, Sean.
In any conceivable fashion.
There we go.
There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Any means necessary is not how I am extraordinary either. But I am joined, as always, by the cohort in crime, Mr. Brian Glein. Hello, sir.
Hey there, Sean.
And we have a bit of a unorthodox episode. I would guess we could call it as such.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
Do you need to do spoiler warnings or anything?
I might wind up talking about comics at one point or another.
Okay, well...
so, if you haven't read your comics for the past 3 weeks, you might get spoiled if you haven't already by,
spoiler warning.
various comics websites already.
But we have some bad news. I, unfortunately, am the bearer of such bad news that Brian has decided to cancel the show.
Oh, no.
Brian, you son of a bitch.
I know.
How could you do this to me?
I'm the worst.
That's Brian. No, unfortunately, my time schedule has gone awry, and I have not been able to read any of my books in 3 weeks. Hence my question at the beginning, because I have nothing. I'm so unprepared, and honestly, the next month and a half or so is looking to be the exact same, and it's basically at a point where I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to retire while we're at the top of our game. Are we at the top of our game?
We're at least somewhere towards the middle.
I think we're coming down the slope pretty much.
We're a solid bronze at this point.
A solid bronze? I would
bronze.
give us a 6.
Hey,
6 on a 10-point scale.
A participant's trophy.
Yeah, pretty much. We showed up. We did stuff. It was pretty cool.
Got my grape job sticker.
Yeah, we did stuff. People showed up. People did stuff, as Kelly would recap the entire show.
Yeah.
It is a shame. I'm actually pretty sad about it. I have been legitimately enjoying both the product as well as the time I got to spend with everyone, including Brian.
Yeah.
Just joking and laughing and having fun and really celebrating this stuff. So it is with a heavy heart that I have to shut it down. Boo me. I know.
So hard
I'm
to
so
say
great.
goodbye.
Oh, don't worry. I'm putting all of our sad songs in the backdrop of this. So we got our Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. This is the end. We got all of them, I'm sure, by the end of this episode.
My DC
I'm getting
comic.
every strike I have left on my YouTube account. Then just cash them all in.
My DC Comics specific version of My Way.
I don't think we have that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we deleted that. So.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that went away pretty quickly.
Up there with all my man of a dozen voices.
To be fair, we have had thousands of people listening to the show for, 3.5, almost 4 years now?
Yeah.
And they keep showing up. You guys keep coming by and listening to us, even through Catwoman and Katana, even through all of our really bad voice acting skills, our poor British accents, my bad Bane impression. I mean, you guys kept showing up. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. We're letting you free at this point. You should be thanking us, really. There's so much better media out there. Why are you here with us? Brian, what do you got? I mean,
hey, I really enjoyed working on this. It was a lot of fun. It was, however, it was a big time commitment every week.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where we're like about 10, 11 hours a week
Yeah,
to
and
do this show.
I was doing like half the work that you were, so I can only imagine what you were doing.
I was basically going to work, coming home, doing show stuff.
Yes.
Putting kids to bed, doing show
yes.
stuff.
I do have the benefit of not having to bring my work home with me,
Yes.
but at the same time, I do have a son, and I do have a lot of other things, and I will joke about how I want to. I've got stories that I want to tell and things I want to do, and I never have time to do them, and I'm always working on this.
Yes.
And I would like to try to commit myself to something that might possibly sell somewhere down the line.
Well, I mean, this sold fairly well, so just do a written format of the show.
Very good.
And then jokey back and forth with yourself in the written format, and you maybe do stick figures of it. I don't know. You can animate. I mean, there's tons of options available.
All you have to do is stick figures, you know.
I'm putting you out in the cold, man. You're
Gotcha,
going to
I
starve now. Your entire livelihood was based off of this show.
I know, right?
We've made negative $2,000.
That doesn't cost the comics. I don't even want to know.
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comics that we paid for and enjoyed, so nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, that's just it. I know I get a bunch of flack for laughing too much over the course of the show, but I was legitimately having fun doing this. The laughter was very genuine. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
And I think every single creator, whether it be artist, writer, letterer, colorist, has brought joy at one point in their career while I was reading this stuff. I'm still going to try to keep reading, but right now I'm 3 weeks behind, and as I said, I'm going to probably have a week off at some point in October that I'm just going to sit here and be like, okay, let's do this.
Just hunker down.
Yep. Because it's hard to 5 minutes even just to get through some of these books, and but I'm very grateful for the work that everyone's done, and even the people that we gave a hard time to were able to bring laughter and joy to us. So it was
they brought a lot of joy towards us.
Yes. So and I think to a lot of other people as well.
Yeah.
We even had that conversation before. I think it was during Katana with if you're a creator and people are just over the moon laughing and enjoying your product, but not in the manner that you were trying to get across, do you still feel successful?
Yeah, right?
But yeah,
like the time I intentionally submitted something bad in an old Scholastic art competition, and that won all the awards. I'm just like, no! You see what I was doing?
Curses!
Most successful I've ever been.
That's 6th grade Scholastic art competition.
Please, 10th grade. I was at least smart enough. I at least understood. I was at least jaded enough to be sarcastic to do enough to do that kind of thing.
But yeah, it is sad. I know some people are not going to be happy with it.
Yeah.
I know we're probably going to get a mix of, hey, thanks for everything, and you sons of bitches, I'll kill you in your sleep.
Yeah. Internet's gonna internet.
Yeah, well, most people, I honestly, disturbingly enough, when we started this, basically, Brian and I both hunkered down to, all right, we're putting ourselves out there, and we're going to get a lot of crap in return.
Heads down and power through.
Yeah, and it really wasn't that bad.
No, everyone is, for the most part, everyone has been very nice.
Yeah, it's so not internet. It's been weird.
Yes, I think we've made some legitimate internet friends, like in the course of making this. It's strange.
Weird.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, and to be fair,
as we all know, comics fans are known for their positivity.
Yes, as I was just about to say, we comic people are known for being looking on the bright side of things and going, yeah, it's gonna be fine. But we've had listeners that have been around since I've had a kid, been married. We started new jobs. We've moved.
People have started relationships because of our podcast.
I know.
That's
it's
weird.
Strange.
That's really
it's
weird.
Very strange. So sorry if that ends on a sour note, you two. Not our fault.
Yes.
Washing our hands of that mess right now. I'm not going to court because we stopped the show when someone was murdered. And God, I feel so lost because I have no format normally.
Yeah.
Part of these hours, we're putting together a format of what we were doing in order, letting Brian know that I was probably going to ramble for a couple hours when we got to books he didn't like, and he could just leave for a bit.
The infamous Savage Hawkman years.
Yeah.
Months.
Where
Let's be honest,
where I
months.
sat in a room by myself for at least 5 to 10 minutes a show recapping Hawkman because
I was there. I was just looking at the ceiling instead. We're making faces at you, trying to get you to break the entire time.
Until it got to the point where I got mad and was just started yelling at you guys. You gotta give me something.
Me and Beth would have conversations in the background whilst talking about Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Started off so well.
Not that you didn't occasionally leave because you had to blow your nose or something, and I would suddenly be lost. Like, oh no, I don't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah, but
it's almost as if I finally understood what I was doing to you all those months.
And then I would have to fix it all in post with you just like, should I keep going?
I was expecting a laugh on this line.
Well,
If I laugh to myself, people will yell at me.
That's what they do to me.
I know.
They yell at me all the time for it.
I know, it's giving me a real complex.
I don't care. I still enjoy myself. God damn it. This sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of does. So, we are still going to maybe pop on here and again. I don't know what format we're going to do.
The feed may be on. It might just be two idiots talking, the classic podcast format of the internet.
See, that's just it. I don't want to waste people's time either. So, I mean, the whole point was we had a very specific role we were playing in the comics podcast. We were very hyper scoped in on one publisher, one line of books, and made sure we covered each and every week of it. If anyone else wants to pick up that torch, you'll get about 9,000 to 10,000 listeners a week. So just FYI, there's a market for it if that's what you want to do. And if you do Marvel, you'd probably get even more because every day we get the question, hey, when are you guys going to do Marvel? So we only do that in April.
Yes.
On
Once.
even years. So there's plenty of other podcasts out there, though, like literally buckets and buckets of podcasts as far as comic book stuff. You could try out the Raging Bullets guys, the Weird Science guys, the Reddit. DC Comics has their own podcast that they do as well. That one can get a little salty sometimes, but they're actually really good peeps, so I recommend checking that out as well.
I always liked House to Astonish.
Yeah,
that was the one of the comics podcast I listened to before we started.
Yeah, so there's literally tons of them out there. You guys will easily.
House to Astonish accents.
They have accents,
British
real accents,
British and
like
Scottish. Yes,
your accents.
Their accents are passable at best with their legitimate Scottish and British accents.
They hardly sound like Dick Van Dyke. But yeah, there's tons of them out there for you guys. I don't think we're leaving you stranded with nothing to listen to because there's a metric buttload of them. And maybe I can start listening to some as well because I haven't been able to due to time constraints as well. So maybe I can actually start getting back into listening to, actually get back into anything else, period. Gaming, reading books, reading comics themselves that aren't just DC, like some of the indie publishers, because I've had to cancel those subscriptions because, sorry, time eaten up by all the DC stuff. I can't. Because I had to read it all because one of us had to know both sides of both the books. And
I was reading DC stuff, and I was reading my son's Marvel pulls from the local shop. So I knew Unbeatable Squirrel Girl and the Disney Kingdoms books, and that was about it.
Yeah,
I recently I just
Squirrel Girl by any means necessary.
Oh yes,
yeah,
the best, man, the best. And also, you know what? I just bought the. Is it Timely Comics? I think where it's 3 issues compressed into one.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the new Doctor Strange, the Aaron Bacalo.
Oh,
Doctor
cool.
Strange. It's really good. I got to get that trade with my birthday money.
So if we do pop on, we'll try to make it count, I guess, whether it's a big moment or whatever, or I don't know, maybe I don't want to do movie releases because that's literally every podcast when a movie comes out. I'm just like, I think the internet has that covered.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll figure something out, but it's not going to be any weekly format or even really a format period until we figure out something that we can talk about and have the time to do it. So
we can figure out something. We'll be back, but For the time being, it's gonna be at least a couple months while we try to get our ducks back in a row.
Yeah, it's at least till the end of September for me, at the very, very earliest, before I'm going to have time to do anything. As a matter of fact, even this show, we're squeezing it in between my work, where I just came off of on call, and then I have to go do a project here in an hour. So it's like, let's cram it in at this time, I guess, and we'll see what we can do. And that wasn't going to work for the weekly. That's what killed us the last 2 weeks as well, where it was just I was working all weekends, and Brian works during the week all the week, and his weekend schedule on occasion will cross over the 1 hour I would have free, and it was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. So apologies again, everyone, and really the biggest thing is thank you, I guess, for putting up with us.
Yeah, thanks for being so nice. Thanks for working our 5 jokes into your daily routine, as I've heard many people do.
Yes. I do love the fact that I've seen the Bane symbolism stuff pop up here and there on the internet, and it makes me chuckle whenever I see it. So I'm just like, all because of one throwaway joke, just because I wanted to do a Bane impression.
Kelly's Court of Owls every now and then shows up. I find that funny.
So it went well. I mean, I did what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep doing it, but unfortunately that's not in the cards. I'm not trying to build a media empire. That's why we weren't asking for money. We weren't pleading for likes or follows. Hey, please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Do you want to join the conversation? If I hear one more person say join the conversation, I swear to God, I will reach to the internet and go all, the mountain on you.
Yeah, we were not doing this for internet fame or anything like that. As a matter of fact, our marketing is probably they should teach in schools on how not to market by what we did, because it was basically like, well, I got a website named DCRpodcast.com, and then I posted it once on Reddit.
I made a business card that said find us on the internet.
That's what his business card said for when he was showing up and doing stuff at the comic book shows and stuff. It just says DCR Podcast, find us on the internet. We are the worst at marketing. So, but even still, we still were racking up 9-10K people out there listening to us. And I understand it was because of what we were doing, and it was a catch-up mechanism. It was a refresher mechanism for a lot of people. As I said before, we have a secondary bump 4 weeks after an episode, where right before the new issues come out. Now it's been bi-weekly, so people haven't really been able to do it as much.
Yeah.
I've noticed that bump has kind of fallen off quite a bit now that it's bi-weekly. But we made no money off of this. We made no business contacts. We basically just had fun, and you guys came along for the ride, so that's why I just wanted to say thanks. I hope
really.
You guys at least got a chuckle or two as well out of it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. Like, moving forward, it's gonna feel weird, very weird.
Someone finally bought me Skyrim off my birthday list. So now the joke that I'm 8 years behind on video games because of my child, now I can be even further behind.
Bought you Skyrim?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No present. This is just my birthday was last week.
Yeah, I know.
Someone finally bought it off my birthday list. That's all.
I was like, well, damn it! I just got that saying we made no money off of it.
No. Family only using that. Thank you very much.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Just super huge thanks. I hope you guys have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Do you want to say bye to everybody as well? Okay, Beth does not want to say bye to all of you. Beth is being her usual Beth self.
Would we want it any other way?
No, we wouldn't. So, Brian, you got any last words?
Yeah, we're going to keep the Facebook page open. So, if you want updates on that or anything else we may possibly be doing,
like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Join the conversation on our Facebook. But no, that is where I will be posting
any of our endeavors.
Any links to stuff we do. Like, I'm still the Brian G on Tumblr. I have a Twitter account. It is Brian Glein, spelled as it is. You may have to go to the website to figure out how to spell that. Gleine.
That sounds
Brian
difficult.
with an I, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And also, assuming my Twitter account has not been hacked by some Middle Eastern dude that's really into Kendall Jenner again, I logged back into my thing after like 2 years, and I found a whole bunch of weird stuff in languages I could not read, and man, they really like Kendall Jenner. I don't know what that was all about. Don't even know who that is, but it's a name I now know thanks to that.
Or the Kardashians.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Like, I guess if you got to keep up with them, Twitter might be one way to do it. So,
But now we found out about your secret ploy. That's why you're canceling the show, so you can keep up with the Kardashians.
oh, you got me. You got me. But yeah, I want to spend this time drawing more. I've got like 5 children's books I've been threatening to write for the past like 4 years, and now I'm slowly turning into that guy who's always saying he's going to do stuff but never actually does it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy.
Sure. And of course, the archives will be up.
Archives will be up.
I don't know how.
It's always
long,
fun to pop in on that Marvel episode.
Yeah, as long as
Love that Marvel episode.
I have no qualms. As I said, the money wasn't really a big thing for us, so keeping it going for a while, I can do that, and we'll just add to it as we can. It's just no real rhyme or reason right now. It's just going to be very sporadic. Don't feel like you have to like us to keep up with us or anything like that. You can just, if you are driving someday and go, hey, I wonder what those jackasses are doing, you can just pop on the page and probably scroll past the last 3 posts and be like, okay, they did this, this, and this. And that's all you need to do. It's not going to be any lightning fast, super fast updates of, oh yeah, now the jet setters are flying off to London to teach everyone how to speak in a British accent.
Yep.
There's not going to be very rapid fire updates as far as things we're doing. At least for me, I don't know about you, Brian, but I'm booked.
I've got a few plans, but we'll see how quickly those come to fruition.
Fair enough.
We enter into the holiday season.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's coming up too. So, do you have anything else before we chat?
I think that will be it. Oh, is it going to be sad if I go, oh, goodbye?
Oh. I can't bury another podcast.
I can't bear another podcast. Oh, I'd have to go there.
But sincerely, thank you, everyone. Keep enjoying this stuff. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot like. If you enjoy it, that's all that matters. Sincerely, and don't be afraid to express your joy for something. I know it's still cool to not care, but it's even cooler to actually give a crap and enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
It is. I'm sorry, but it is. People may not say it to your face, but it is.
Yeah.
It truly, truly is. So, everyone, enjoy your books, enjoy your week, enjoy your lives. Sincerely this time.
Yes.
Well, I was sincere before, too. And a huge thank you to everyone once again. Bye.
Bye.